One of the principles of permaculture is problems are solutions, right? It's a tenet, something that we're always reflecting on. So here at this site, as you've been following the journey, you've known that I talked about this slope right here, and kind of some initial thoughts on what to do with it. And one of those thoughts was to have terraced garden beds starting at the top and going down. Now, initial reasons for that was that this is a possible leach field, which I haven't confirmed yet. And also, swales just wouldn't work so well because of the angle, the degree of the slope. However, after I laid this upper bed out the other day using the A-frame on contour, see the taller sticks maybe, walk you through that later. But I got to thinking about just doing a swale anyways, and then covering it and filling it, and also doing, the terrace swale type setup. Okay. So I got into it, which I figured would be very easy considering that it just rained and this is really loose, loamy type soil. It was really easy to move and save some energy and some back problems in the process. But in that solution to a problem, I found another problem. And that is that all of these trees right here have very long, shallow running roots, right? And so the nearest tree is that one right there, but it's got this runner root right here. And this is another tree that's coming off the root. And if you follow the root line, you can see where there's other ones right there. You can see a few popping up. There's another one there. And if you continue on, you'll find more of them in the same zones, which I think is pretty cool too. But again, that's a video for another time. Right now, my problem is that to dig this swale out, I have to dig down here into an equal measure of what it's going to be down there, right? So that would mean digging down, removing the topsoil, taking it, piling it up on the lower half, and then covering that, planting in the swale, or in the berm part of the swale. And the ditch side of the swale, which is this back part, would be, I like to stack the functions and build next year's soil at the same time. So it would be wood chips, it would be mycelium, the mushrooms, it would be compost, it would be extra stuff. So this is soil building for next year, and then I can take it out, flip it on top of the bed that was going the prior year, using that green manure from whatever was growing, as well as the next soil to keep building it up and improving it on as we go. But the problem with that here is that there's these really shallow running roots. And another principle of permaculture is do no harm, right? So we could go through here and we can hack all these roots up, with the pickaxe and the spade and the shovel and dig it out and all that. But that's going to harm that tree. And we really don't want to harm anything in the process of doing what we're doing, because we're trying to improve systems and build these regenerative, long lasting setups that emulate nature and represent our understanding of it, right? And so we really don't want to destroy the natural part of the world as we're trying to build a better world, right? That's kind of an oxymoron, and it just doesn't fit in with anything realistically or logically. So now I'm back to how am I going to solve this problem? So I tried the swale. That's just not going to work. I'm going to put all this dirt back up on top of here. And then go back to the original idea of doing the terrace beds with logs forming the base of the bed, and then backfilling it with compost and leaves and mulch and all the things that we build our soil with until it comes back to this point here. So it's going to be about 4 or 5 foot. Some places it gets a little shallower because that's just how the contour lines go. later on. So these are problems within problems is all that I'm getting to. And we'll see how it goes.